From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Friday, December the 6th, 2019. After 3 weeks of relative quiet on Israel's border with Gaza, some 4,000 Palestinians took part in Friday demonstrations today with several hundred rioting, throwing rocks and explosive devices at IDF soldiers who responded with tear gas and occasional live fire when necessary. The Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry said that 27 Palestinians had been injured. The IDF had taken measures to prepare for the anticipated violence today, sending troops to the area to protect the security fence from any breach and threat to nearby Israeli communities. Well, as the political deadlock in Israel continues, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Blue and White Party leader Benny Gantz pointed at each other as being responsible for the impasse. Netanyahu posted a video in Hebrew today sharing his frustration, saying that Blue and White, Benny Gantz, have not budged, not a millimeter, not even a nanometer. And so to my sorrow, he said, we are sliding toward a completely unnecessary third elections that none of us want, but if they will be forced on us, we will win and win big. Gantz wrote on his Facebook today of the meeting the two leaders held earlier this week that was not, according to him, the same as previous ones. He wrote, this time Netanyahu came to blow up the proceedings. He's not the same person I know, and I know him very well. Saying Netanyahu hadn't offered anything new, did not agree to give up immunity or his alliance with the right-wing religious bloc, or give up his demand to be first in a rotation. Adding that Blue and White would defeat Netanyahu again if it came to that. Knesset lawmakers have 5 more days left until the December 11th deadline given by Israel's President Reuven Rivlin to see if there is any candidate that can gain the support of a minimum of 61 lawmakers to try and prevent a third round of elections in Israel. The Knesset's top legal advisor, Eyal Yinon, said today that if elections are to be held, they will most likely be on March the 3rd of next year. German Chancellor Angela Merkel visited Auschwitz today, her first time at the former Nazi death camp in her 14 years as Chancellor, and making her the third German Chancellor ever to visit the site, where 1 million Jews were murdered between 1940 and 1945. Merkel said remembering the crimes is a responsibility which never ends, that Germany carries deep shame in the face of the barbaric crimes committed by Germans here, stressing that it was critical to clearly identify the perpetrators, that it was a German extermination camp operated by Germans. Merkel said these crimes are and will remain part of German history, and this history must be told over and over again, adding that Auschwitz demands that we keep the memory alive. Merkel was accompanied during the visit by a survivor of the death camp, 87-year-old Bogdan Stanislaw Bartnikowski, as well as the Prime Minister of Poland, Mateusz Morawiecki, Joseph Schuster, who heads the Central Council of Jews in Germany, and the President of the World Jewish Congress, Ronald Lauder, who thanked Merkel for her pledge today of 60 million euros, $66 million, for funding at the Auschwitz Memorial Museum. Lauder said Chancellor Merkel has been a valued and reliable ally in the fight against this oldest of hatreds. Preserving and conserving the remains of the Holocaust are critical to maintaining an accurate record of the atrocities committed, especially as the number of living first-hand witnesses inevitably dwindles. Only by knowing the past, Lauder said, can we protect our future. Veteran film and television creator, producer, executive, and pioneer Leonard Goldberg has died. Goldberg had an over 6-decade-long career in Hollywood, including leading 20th Century Fox and programming at ABC. He pioneered the genre of made-for-TV movies with classics like Brian's Song, and was behind such beloved sitcoms as Charlie's Angels and Starsky and Hutch. More recently, he was the creator of Blue Bloods on CBS, which he spoke to JBS President Mark S. Golub about, including the Jewish values at the core of the show.
Each week there is, without fail, a family dinner scene. Now for me, Leonard, it reminds me of the weekly Shabbat table. I don't know if this resonates with you at all, but I was wondering what prompted and motivated this weekly staple of Blue Bloods, this family table dinner.
I thought about my own upbringing with my own Shabbat dinners, and I thought that's what we'll do. We'll do a dinner every week.
Goldberg passed away yesterday at the age of 85. JBS's own Elly Kohanim has become the Deputy Special Envoy to monitor and combat anti-Semitism in the office of the U.S. Envoy to monitor and combat anti-Semitism, Elon Carr. Carr tweeted the announcement today, saying that Elly will be a strong asset in combating anti-Semitism around the world. Kohanim, who is Iranian-born, has been a longtime associate and on-air anchor at JBS, and JBS President Rabbi Mark S. Golub and all of the JBS family wish Elly the very best in her new and most important position. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Friday, December the 6th. Live Shabbat services are coming up at 6 o'clock from New York City's Central Synagogue, followed by American Jewish singer and musician Teisha in concert. At 8, we hear from Mandy Patinkin at the 92nd Street Y, followed by the film Mama Drama, and then it's Musica with singer Oren Barzilai. And coming up right after this newscast, Good Week Israel and a look at this week's Torah portion. And that's the JBS News Update for Friday, December the 6th, 2019. I'm Teisha Bader. Shabbat Shalom.